Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
To regular life, I say I've hey, living life in the fast lane. May your pain only be good vibes only. I just stopped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some down. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey, do what you wanna do. Do what you wanna do. I think I'm gonna do something crazy. Come by, bring a rack, new grill and a bunch of snacks. And where we going, you don't need a map, you don't need a nap, you don't need jack. Except lots of people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me, one thing, good vibes only. I just stopped, I'ma fill my cup.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Palmer's Cardinals going up against Ryan's Falcons. So let's get over to the ATL, Atlanta. Standing by our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, in what is scheduled to be its final season as an NFL stadium, there's a look at the Georgia Dome here in Atlanta. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right now, Sally 19, Sally 19, Sally 19, right now, lose 58, regular. Yeah.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play action. It's Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, Palmer. Under pressure, they got him again. Vic Beasley in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
In motion right here, Nelson. Now Palmer on third and long. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems. This will be fielded at the 17. Excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle there by Justin Bethel. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
Second down following the run. Play clock winding down. On second down, here's Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dayon Buchanan coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones, just 6 touchdowns, but of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
To throw is Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, it's Palmer dumping it off for Johnson. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it with Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. From midfield now, here's Palmer. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Second and 10 now, and it's Palmer. Over the middle here to Brown. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd down, Palmer. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On second down, Palmer. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On third down, Johnson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense still were able to hold them to just 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Ryan on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Sanu, the man in motion left. Now it's Ryan. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. In motion left, Robinson. Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On first down, Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Fresh set of downs here. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Ryan will throw again. That's complete right around the 8. 11 yards for number 11. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again, Ryan. And he's got his tight end, Tammy. Touchdown, Falcons. Jacob Tammy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 75 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. He's going to launch this thing. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I know that throughout his career, Carson Palmer has caught a little bit of grief along the way about winning big games and being consistent. But I noticed that when he doesn't connect with Larry Fitzgerald until the second half, their team's behind.
Absolutely, not a good recipe. We were wondering, we said at halftime, they've got to get on the same page.
He is very important to his team. I would say vital. Carson Palmer finding Larry Fitzgerald, that's the winning edge for them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Palmer to throw on second down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was in search of the tight end, Troy Nicholas. And it's third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Troy Nicholas, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
I got 83. I got 83. Ready. Shift. 11. Check 99. Check 99. Ready. 280. Mike 20. Left. Check. Hey. Check 26. Check 26.
Time running out here on the play clock. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. 5 yards to gain here on third down.
Turn up. Watch the slant. Motion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the Falcons grab it. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So out now come the Cardinals. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he gets this one to midfield.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Ryan's Falcons. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and themselves. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And here now come the Falcons. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And the tight end goes in motion left. And the wideout in motion. And the play clock's running down. After the interception, here's Ryan. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Falcons are going to get a first. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll send the tight end in motion left. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
Ryan Incomplete on the right side. It's Tammy. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jacob Tammy, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Ryan on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now Ryan on second down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 57 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's a look at the young Atlanta Falcons, although next year, obviously, everyone will be a year older. So rookies like Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Devondre Campbell, an extra year, well, their only year, but a year under their belt now to get better.
They're just young and growing, aren't they? I mean, I expect their play to continue to accelerate and elevate. And think about the building blocks they had in front of them. Second-year guys in 2016 who had big years. Grady Jarrett, a monster in the Super Bowl, tied a sack record in that game against New England. And Vic Beasley led the NFL in sacks for the regular season with 15.5 and also had 6 forced fumbles.
They will run again with Coleman. It's a foot race. The 40, the 20, 10. He cuts left sideline and a crease there. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 66 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Get up! Right!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
21.
Gabriel, the man in motion. Now it's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the Combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, and then you have the OTAs and mini camps. You get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Going up top. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super tough.
On second down, here's Ryan. Steps away to his left. Drops it off for Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think...
And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Coleman now. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Get up! Be good, be good, be good. Ready, 59, ready, 52. Ready, there we go. Check.
On second down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Ryan. And his pass incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Now Ryan on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Ryan. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Gabriel, the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run it now out of the gun as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 38 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught out left side by Robinson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Gabriel, the man in motion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Ryan to throw. He finds Coleman. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Ryan drops it off for Coleman. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. In motion left, Robinson. Back to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. Left. Get up.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackle really nice. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Set of downs, and they're at the 1. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Now they send a man in motion right. To throw forward is Ryan. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. So out come the Falcons now. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
In motion comes the tight end left. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And that is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's 4th down. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Incomplete on the right side. It's Tammy. They had to go for it.